For Hog fans, Rick DeWeese here, coming to you from sunny South Dakota. I'm joined by my co-host, the extraordinary George Waddell. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? I just got back from Arkansas and that was fun. It actually was really a lot of fun, but the game was just a disaster. And anyway, we can talk about that. That's
Well,
what
did you
we're
have a
going to
good
talk about.
time? Did you
Yeah.
have a good time seeing your son and doing all the fraternity things and all the fun shenanigans that go along with the experience of going to Fayetteville?
Well, first of all, I flew in on Friday. So I get there kind of in the afternoon. We eat. Lewis picks me up at the airport. The next day, of course, the game's at 11, which is really 9 o'clock, my body clock, because I'm West Coast time. And so I hitch a ride with my sister and brother-in-law, who are, they've gotten me the tickets. So I'm set. I got a ride to the game, got tickets. Well, where they dropped me off was all the way across campus. So I was like, look, I got to go meet Luke. And this is like 7:30 in the morning, which is, early. So I catch an Uber, $10.50. Of course, you have to walk all over campus to meet the Uber. Not everybody's gotten to the game yet, but I get all the way over to the Hollywood Apartments is where he is, and that it's over off MLK. I mean, it's a hike. I could have hiked it, but the Uber saved me probably 30 minutes. So we get there and the Uber back's going to be like $50. So our time frame went to about, let's eat breakfast along MLK. So we get to Chick-fil-A on MLK. And who do we see? The White Wizard.
No, that's that White Wizard. I saw the interviews. That was awesome.
All last week, it was Halloween and I was casting the spell with the White Wizard, with some of my AI art. And I thought it was really cool because the White Wizard was like Lord of the Rings and he was casting these wild hogs against these, all these different creatures. And so we're walking up to the Chick-fil-A and who do we see? But the White Wizard is outside with the crown of thorns and the steak and the robe and everything, the flowing beard. And Rick, I'm like, this is a sign. I was like, son, you gotta videotape me interviewing the White Wizard. Well, Lewis eats his breakfast, and we, of course, are kind of intimidated because the White Wizard has just come down from my imagination. And of course, we get out there to the White Wizard, and he can't say a word, and he can't hear anything. He's deaf and dumb. I mean, and no offense to deaf and dumb. It's just that he couldn't understand a word I was saying.
Oh my God!
So I got his permission. To kind of do a little interview, and I don't think he liked that too much because he cast the spell on my ass.
Well, it was great video nonetheless. I did appreciate the video, but it did not fare you too well. He may have cast a spell against you for all that.
I think that's what happened. I think
now you know,
I think
right?
I messed with the superpowers that be, and it got reflected up on me.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a game this week, so this is a perfectly timed bye week for the Razorbacks. I mean, historical loss to Ole Miss. It was just terrible. Nothing got going. We just, we got hammered on one of the corners all game long. That one kid scored 5 touchdowns. I mean, it was a train wreck start to finish. But, it's a well-timed bye week. We're looking good. We're 3-3 in conference, 5-4 overall. Like you and I talked about in the very beginning, we might have had Lang with us when we talked about our season prediction. May have been Jay Lawson. But we talked about our season prediction. You and I are on track, buddy. We've got them down for 6 wins in the season and 7 in the bowl game. So that's one more win and in a bowl game. And I think we talked about it. I'll be completely happy with that. If we can pull off that one more win and then win our bowl game, then I think the Razorbacks are looking good. We'll see what the transfer portal does to you again. We'll see what everything, the new face of football does. But I think we're in great shape.
Yeah, I really like the combination of Pittman and his assistant coaches. If he can keep that as a core and get some consistency and get the kind of kids in here that both of those guys like, I think that's going to be the key to success of any program, is that consistency, because there is so much inconsistency now in your roster. So, but yeah, Pittman is a great front man. Hopefully, he has another year in him, because I would really like to see him go out on a really high note, because I think this year does meet expectations as far as what both of us thought. 6-6 in the season, making it to a bowl game, but that's just kind of the place that Arkansas is, because we can't afford to turn the ball over and have penalties all the time, and those have plagued us. But this is really the first game where I thought, we got kind of outcoached, and we kind of got maybe a little outplayed as far as matchups. It was uglier in person than it was on TV.
Well, and you brought up a good point. I love Pittman and the way these assistant coaches are getting along. I love the way they're bringing these kids along. You talk about Lane Kiffin, and I'm probably going to get criticized here, but honestly, I've always been a Lane Kiffin fan. I hate it, but I am. Every place he's been, he's just that cocky guy that stretches the edge. I'm not a big fan of his of what he started out in college football world, with everybody faking the injuries and falling down on the field. But that's just another part of Lane Kiffin stretching the rules to his advantage to get what he wants, and that's a win.
Yeah.
And pure and simple, I mean, he did outcoach us. Their team is a good football team. They outplayed us, no doubt. I mean, that Jackson Dart kid is something else as well. But, I like what we got going on. I love Petrino and Jay Will, and I love Pittman. I think they're all getting it together. I hope a lot of these kids stay, because we're bringing them along just fine. Add a couple of kids to the mix next year. I mean, think about it. We've lost some great players that had they just stayed and been part of this team, we'd be in high cotton right now.
Yeah, so, Rocket Sanders is not doing
that's a big loss.
South Carolina.
He's performing well.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we're in fine shape. I'm not the Hog fan that's all disappointed in the season because we got smashed by Ole Miss. Doesn't matter if you lose 20-19 or 63 to whatever, but at the end of the day, you got beat. How embarrassing it is does not matter. It's a loss in the loss column. I have not given up on the Razorbacks. Didn't expect that win, really, but I was hoping. That's why I had the 1-point win on my prediction. So the 1-point win on my prediction. So other than that, I think we're going to be fine moving forward. Now they got another week to think about it, put some packages in place. Now we got a tough Texas team coming up. I mean, we'll talk more about it next week. I don't want to get too much into Texas, but they're playing at a high level. 7-1, ranked number 4 maybe in the country. It's like you said earlier in our podcasts back 4 or 5 ago. It's a bowl game every time, bro. I mean, you're playing a top 10 team every week now. So anyway, we'll see how it plays out.
And I wonder, right now if Texas and Oklahoma understand that yet. Texas is they've played Colorado State, They played Michigan, UTSA, and UL Monroe. But then they played Mississippi State, which, I don't know. Like I said,
they're not very good.
The only real SEC team they've played so far is Georgia, and they lost.
And they got
not
beat,
real, but Mississippi State and Vanderbilt.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt we're going to play them hard.
The two toughest teams.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming to our house. I mean, there's no doubt we're going to play them hard. It just seems every time we play Texas in Razorback Stadium, it is a tight game. I don't remember the last time we played them there, we won, and we stormed the field. Remember that game?
Yep.
And the time before that may have been all the way back to 2005 when I did that huge catering out there on the admin front lawn, and they beat us 17-15, something close. So we've always played them well in Razorback Stadium. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Well, I always remember 42-11, 1981. That's like drilled into my memory. In Little Rock, it was so satisfying. So satisfying.
Yeah, when I was in college there, I remember them just coming in and beating us. It wasn't by much, but they would somehow find a way to beat us, and it would just be so disgusting.
Yeah. Because you only got one shot a year at them.
I know. And listen, the crowd will turn out for this deal because if there's one thing people don't like, it's a Texas team. Nobody likes the University of Texas.
Our
crowd will turn out.
Clearly, it will still be a hot ticket, and I really don't expect anybody will welcome them in with open arms. I mean, it's all down horns and tuck Texas.
Yeah. Now, look, I'm sure our fans will be respectful because I'm always respectful to my Texas counterparts. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be in the crowd with my horns down, yelling explicatives at the team from afar. Yes. But at the end of the day, when I see Texas fans, I got plenty of friends that are Texas fans. I'm always respectful, and I always tell them welcome to Fayetteville and have a good time.
Yeah.
Hell, back in 2005, I think I fed about 150 of them up at my tailgate. So it was a good time to have the Texas fans mixed in with us, and we did have a great time, and that was mostly after the game. So
well, it was like Susky said, the Texas fans are cool. He said the Texas Aggie fans are the ones that are the real tough ones to stomach because I guess Texas is a little bit more aristocratic,
Yeah.
But
well, we've got plenty of friends that are Texas fans, whether they went to the University of Texas or whether they're from Houston or Austin or Dallas or anywhere in between. We've got plenty of friends that are Texas fans. So, yeah, I respect the hell out of the fans. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
But when it comes game time, I certainly do not like the Texas Longhorns.
Right. Well, and
and my buddy Kurt Holton, who's a hardcore Hog fan, and he is a big-time Hog fan. His daughter went to Texas. And so I have a picture of him in his Texas Longhorn visor and his Texas Longhorn vest that he's got on for a football game. And I mean, I gave him hell for that. I think if my daughter went to Texas, I don't think I could possibly do that.
Well, Texas just wasn't an option, right?
No, I would discourage all my kids from going there. But at the end of the day, some of us Hog fans have kids that end up going to Texas. And I guess you got to play the part and be the sorority dad, be the University of Texas dad, be the Longhorn dad. But I don't know how you can do it. I can't.
I don't either.
Look. That's about as far as I can.
I swear.
My hand is so heavy, George. I just can't. I couldn't imagine.
When you be playing baseball and there'd be 2 outs, I would always do two down.
Yeah,
2 down. Because everybody else is throw up the Longhorn 2 outs.
Yeah,
I'm like, I ain't doing
that. My hand weighs too much. I can't get it up there.
There's 2 down, folks.
Yeah.
Everybody, Two down.
Yeah, or if I was telling them 2 down, I'd be doing this right here. 2 down, 2 down.
Yeah.
Two
Well,
down, 2 down.
and basketball used to be, the only saving grace, because there for a few years we just lose to Texas every year, and you only got one shot at them in football, and it was always like, damn, we missed our chance, and so you'd have to wait a whole other year before you could hate Texas again. But in basketball, at least during the Eddie Sutton years with Abe Lemons and all those characters, you had a shot at Texas at least twice a year.
Hey, I mean, speaking of basketball, did you watch the basketball game last night?
I did not. No, I didn't.
I mean, we played Lipscomb. It was like playing a high school team, but nonetheless, it was nice to get to see the boys on the court doing what they do. They're going to be a good basketball team.
Did that count? Was that an exhibition?
That's a for the record, it does.
A real deal at Holyfield.
Yeah, real game. But man, we got some good characters out there. I mean, when you got kids named Boogie, and I mean, there's lots of good names to be calling this year. We'll have fun
does
doing
Arkansas get such great basketball names?
I know. We're going to have a good time calling basketball this year for Hardcore Hog,
Can
especially
you
with
imagine
Calipari coaching. I mean, shoot.
Some of the
Like we say,
DJ.
Yeah, like we say, shoot boy.
Shoot boy.
Shoot boy. It's gonna be
so
fun.
South Dakota treating you right?
Oh man, yeah, I love this place. I mean, crazy enough, and this is so odd for South Dakota. It's been 55 degrees every day. It is just as pretty today as when you saw me last week for the podcast, and I was about an hour and a half north of here. Now I'm settled into a farm. It's about 2,500 acre farmhouse. I mean, the closest neighbor is about 7 miles away. The closest town is 35 miles away. And so I'd say I'm definitely in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that sounds.
I mean, as you can see behind me, that's what the rest of it looks like, 360.
Right. Is that where the buffalo roam?
Well, that's where the pheasant roam. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, so
and a few coyotes.
And a few coyotes, because they like the pheasants, don't they?
Yeah, they like to hunt pheasant just as much as I do.
Yeah.
But this place is beautiful. I mean, you can't beat it. It is wide open. A little windy today, but other than that, it's awesome.
Yeah, hang on just a second.
You got company?
Got car keys that had to be transferred over for a moment here.
Is that a mayor appearance right there?
No, that is Stella Waddell.
Stella, what's up? Get in here, girl. Come on.
No, she was not made up.
Oh, who cares? Good Lord.
Yeah, okay.
Tell her to get in here and say hi.
Hello.
What's up, my girl?
What's up?
Superstar.
How's it going?
How are you?
Pretty good.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing. You look great.
My car has some issues, so gotta borrow Dad's.
How long is it going to be?
1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour. Perfect.
It's great to have a great dad. I can tell you that.
It's amazing. All right. Be back soon.
Later. All right. Well, shoot.
Yeah, so we got Rick Dowda coming up next week, right? He's agreed to.
Look, that's the first truck that's passed in. Holy shit! It's UPS.
I was about to say, what's all that traffic?
He's the first guy to pass. Hey, that's the first truck to pass here all day long, and it's UPS delivering a package to my buddy Scott. He ordered some hunting pants. Look, they do deliver out here. That is the first vehicle. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock here. It's the first vehicle we've seen all day.
Well, I can't say the same. Look at this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been steady traffic in the back.
Hey, you and I are in stark opposite environments.
Yeah. I have 10 million people in this county, and you have 10 million pheasants.
Yeah. There may be 7 people in this county. I couldn't tell you that. You can drive a long way before you come up on a neighbor here.
Yeah.
Now, you come up on farms. There's farms, but nobody lives there.
Right. Well, that's how diverse hog fans are.
We're hey, and Dowda lives in Minnesota, for God's sakes. We'll be interviewing him from Minnesota.
we'll be saying, like Prince and the Revolution. That's what immediately Prince and the Revolution.
Hey, and funny enough, this is their most beautiful time of year there in Minnesota. So, and I hope I didn't jinx it, but maybe by the time we do it, he'll do his broadcast outside as well, because they have big blue skies as well.
Yeah.
Because he and I are about on the same latitude, so
that's cool.
He's just 5 hours to the east of me.
Yeah. Well, so you're there for another 20 days, huh? 2 weeks.
That's right. I'll be here till Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving. Look, there he goes. That's the UPS man right there.
I mean, and it's not like he had to go to the next place.
Bro, he's in a big 4-wheel drive pickup truck with a great big UPS box on the back of it. That's a pretty cool truck.
You were the last stop on his day.
I don't even know what stop I was. I mean, I don't know that direction he's coming from. I mean, the closest town that way that he just went is an hour. I'm not kidding you. The closer town is this way. The closer town is to the south. That dude just headed straight north. I don't know where he's going. He's going into Nowhereville. And the next neighbor that direction is 15 or 20 miles.
Holy cow.
It's nuts out here.
Yeah. Nothing.
But I'm here till Thanksgiving, or give or take. I'm on a week before, whatever.
Cool.
Me and Scott are playing up here. I mean, whenever we'll leave whenever we feel like leaving.
Yeah.
Hell, at this point, I'll probably just leave when the weather turns bad, because this has been awesome so far.
I was about to say, so it starts it is 1st of November, and the time that I was in Minnesota during the World Series, it was already, and this was like back in 1991, it was already snow on the ground.
Oh, yeah, this is the first time I've been to South Dakota in 15 years.
Yeah.
That I haven't seen any snow at all whatsoever. I mean, this is unbelievable that there's not even been a hint of snow. I mean, it's seriously 55 every day.
Well, you missed it in Northwest Arkansas this past weekend. It was Tornado Alley up in Bentonville, Rogers area. I was up there, of course, for Dad's weekend, but there was several tornado outbreaks on Sunday.
Maybe
Monday.
Yeah, my wife was watching it and making sure that Ainsley got to the right spot, because there were some tornadoes coming in. And Scott, my buddy that's up here with me, he lives in Fayetteville, so he was watching it for his house as well. He lives in Tawnytown.
Yeah, well, that's about where it was.
Yeah, went right over them. So
yeah,
crazy weather. Usually you would expect it to be bad here and be nice in Arkansas, but it's the other way around. It's nice up here and terrible in Arkansas.
Well, we've got Santa Ana winds, so we get gusts here, except in Beverly Hills, we're protected by all the rest of the mountainous area. So we just kind of stay steady 72.
Man, that's kind of cool. You in San Diego.
Yeah. Beverly Hills. There's a reason why there's a lot of nice houses here, or, up the hill, is because it's such great, it is great weather in Beverly Hills as opposed to like in the valley where it can get 100 degrees.
Yeah.
On this side, you get the ocean breeze, just coming off. You get sunshine. It's, Uncle Jed and Ellie Mae.
Country has moved to town, huh?
Yeah. We kind of went reverse though. We didn't strike oil first.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well,
okay, man. I'm glad we got to catch up this week. We'll post this out and catch up with Dowda next week, right?
Yeah. We didn't have a lot to talk about, but we had a good conversation. I like it. And we'll catch up with Rick Dowda for the Texas game. So, signing off from South Dakota, my brother.
Peace out.
Later. Check.